The Fantasy Fanatics Podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.
And now it's time for Fantasy Fanatics.
Welcome back to Fantasy Fanatics on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky. Whose voice is that in the Now It's Time for Fantasy Fanatics?
I think Andrew.
Okay, I can tell you, it sort of does sound like me. I can tell you it's not.
Yeah, I don't think it's you.
No, and now it's time for Fantasy Fanatics.
It does kind of sound like you a little bit.
Yeah, it's not me, though.
All right, so, you can follow us on Twitter at Ryan Stuprich.
At rrisky16.
You can call the show, too, as we do our MLB sort of fantasy draft here.
Mock draft, yeah, we'll do one or two rounds. See how much we enjoy it.
630-403-5200, 630-403-5200 is the phone number. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch off with picks. Is that correct?
Pretty much, we're going to act as the respect. So I'll act as the odd-numbered picks, and you'll act as the even-numbered pick.
Sounds good.
And it's just we're acting as if we were that person who we would take with who's left that's available.
Right.
We'll do it like a points thing. It's not a category league, so it's like a points thing. Like you get a certain
home. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like how you did last year, except we did the pitching points from my league. Remember the ones you liked when the pitchers got points?
Yes, I like that.
Okay, yeah, so I'll go first.
So you can start off here. I got to try to think about who I want, but yeah.
I'll go first, and I'll take Mike. And I have the first overall pick. I'll take Mike Trout.
And that is a very good pick. I like Mike Trout. All right, well, if Mike Trout's gone, I'm probably going to go Miguel Cabrera.
All right. The funny thing is, as a Cub fan, we can't get too mad about the Mike Trout thing because we picked after he was taken when he was 21st. So instead, we took Brett Jackson 30th overall.
Ooh, and that turned out to be
the Diamondbacks cut him. He was a minor league free agent. He signed with somebody.
Wow. All right, so I'm taking Miguel Cabrera. He's going to have a big year this year.
Oh, yeah, he is. Remember, last year he played injured.
Right.
Those are his stats when he was injured. Anyways, third, I'm going to take Andrew McCutchen. I think he's going to have a huge year. He's not even in his prime yet.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to take a pitcher, or it's
probably not this early?
Right. I'm thinking it's probably too early to take a pitcher. Let's see. I think I'm going to take Paul Goldschmidt. I think he's going to have a big year. He didn't have the best of years last year, although he was.
He broke his hand.
Yeah, he broke his hand. He was having a pretty good year and MVP caliber year. I'm going to take Paul Goldschmidt as my first baseman, and Miggy will be my DH.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was in the MVP discussion till then. So I'm going to take Giancarlo Stanton with the fifth pick.
Ooh, that's a good pick. He got locked up pretty nicely there. At the end. All right, I'm going to take Carlos Gonzalez.
Ooh, that's a bold pick.
It's a bold pick as my solid outfielder there, and I think he plays right field, right? Or does he play left field?
Does who play right field?
Carlos Gonzalez
he plays
right
left field.
Left field, okay, yeah.
All right, so then seventh pick. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take Clayton Kershaw.
All right, Clayton Kershaw.
He's too good to pass up on.
That's true. Let's see.
It's difficult without a list in front of you.
Yeah.
So obviously,
you got to sort of go through it.
Yeah, so obviously if you disagree with some of our picks, maybe it's because we're forgetting about certain guys.
It's true. I definitely could be forgetting about certain people. I'm going to take Robinson Cano next.
Robinson Cano.
As my second baseman. So let's see, I have Miggy as my DH, Goldschmidt, first base, Cano, and then I have Carlos Gonzalez.
The person who picked second's got Miggy.
Yes.
The person that picked fourth has Goldschmidt. The person picked sixth is Cargo. Eighth is Cano. So then ninth person. So if I was taking ninth, I would be taking Anthony Rizzo.
Okay, I like that pick. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think who do I want next. Who is somebody? I'll probably go pitcher. I'll probably take either Felix Hernandez or Sale. I'll probably go still Felix Hernandez.
All right, that's the final pick of the first round.
Okay.
Well, we'll just. I guess we can kind of go.
Yeah, we can just go through it.
Until we just kind of forget
and
players.
Until we can't remember any of like the superstar players, sort of.
Yeah. So let's see. Now that's the first pick of the second round. I'm going to take Josh Donaldson.
Josh Donaldson, I like that. All right. Next, I would probably take. Oh boy. This is tough too.
It's difficult when you're trying to think of the players off the top of your head.
It's difficult when you're trying to think of the players that you want.
When we finish this, you're gonna be like, "Man, I can't believe I forgot about that guy."
Right. I'm trying to think. Troy Tulowitzki, if he's available, I don't think he'd be available in the second round, but.
Well, maybe his injury history will scare people off.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Troy Tulowitzki.
It's a good pick. Trade him before he gets injured.
Yeah, exactly. You have to trade him before June.
Really? All right. So, and third, I'd take David Price.
David Price. I like that too. Chris Sale.
Sale? All right. Now, let's see here. Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu, yes.
With the fifth pick of the second round.
All right. I'm trying to think of some of the other people. Carlos Gomez.
Carlos Gomez.
I'm Milwaukee. Yep.
Yeah, he's probably a more better in fantasy than he actually is in real life.
Yes, he is better in fantasy.
He's a good player, though.
Mm-hmm. He's a good player. He's kind of, but as far as like actual, like in a real live game, he's
phenomenal defensively.
Yeah, he's good defensively. He's a pretty good leadoff hitter.
Yeah, he'll hit. I think he's a number 2 hitter. He'll hit 270, 280 with over 20 home runs, 20 stolen base. I mean,
yeah, he's exciting. It's just
really good player.
Sometimes he screws up a little bit, but.
Yeah, all right. Now, 7th pick in the second round. Let's see. Goldschmidt's gone. Now it's difficult thinking of all the teams.
Yeah, I know. I got to try to think of all the teams. Who's it?
Because I know you pick someone and you know you're going to be forgetting someone else.
Right.
We haven't taken many East Coast hitters.
That's true, we haven't.
Except, I mean, there's probably a good reason. Oh, Anthony Rendon.
Oh, I love Anthony Rendon. He's really good. All right, so you took Rendon. I'm going to take Bryce Harper, and that'll fill out my outfield, I think.
Are you taking Bryce Harper that early?
I'm taking Bryce Harper. I think he's going to have a good year. I don't think he's going to be injured. I think, as long as he stays healthy, he's definitely one of the best outfielders, I think.
So the person that would have had the third pick would have taken Andrew McCutchen and Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
That's something. Okay, so
that is something.
Yeah, that is. I'll go Corey Kluber.
I like Corey Kluber. He's the reigning
Cy Young
in the AL, yeah.
Now, the final pick of the second round.
All right. Let me think about this. Probably go pitcher.
Yeah, you got Mike. Whoever's picking right now would have taken Mike Trout with the first pick.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd probably go pitcher. But as far as who would I want as my pitcher? Jordan Zimmerman.
Jordan Zimmerman.
Yeah. Did you want to go one more round or no?
That one might take a while to think of players.
It actually would.
I think it actually would because you're trying to think of guys that are third round worthy. Except, I mean, I could think of certain guys. I mean, guys that notable players that weren't taken were Jose Bautista, Edwin Encarnacion.
Right.
Let's see, notable pitchers. Yu Darvish.
Yu Darvish is out there, right? Even Jake Arrieta.
Jake Arrieta. I think you could probably wait a little bit on him. John Lester's still out there.
Oh, that's right.
Madison Bumgarner.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Madison Bumgarner.
Justin Upton, Matt Kemp. Newly traded to the Padres. It literally took A.J. Preller 2 days to trade for Matt Kemp, Will Myers, and Justin Upton.
I know.
And then Derek Norris to be his catcher.
I know. They could actually
be good.
Compete with the Dodgers pretty heavily there.
They need a new ballpark, though. That's the thing. They need one that'll favor their hitters. I mean, the outfield, right. Upton, Kemp, Myers, and then catching, you got Derek Norris. And then they just traded for Will Middlebrooks, too.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if Atlanta is really in a big rebuilding period right now.
Right. And
it seems like they are.
Yeah, more notable players that weren't taken. Max Scherzer, Rick Porcello, Yoenis Cespedes, James Shields.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of notable players. I mean, again, we don't have a list in front of us. We're thinking off the top of our heads, so I think we did pretty good. So the person I would have picked first had the first pick of the first round ended up getting Mike Trout and Jordan Zimmerman.
Okay.
Person that picked second got Miguel Cabrera and Corey Kluber. Again, this is a one pick with me and one pick with you. That's how it ended up working out. Third person would have gotten McCutchen and Harper. Fourth person would have gotten Goldschmidt and Anthony Rendon. So that's got a solid infield.
That's a solid infield, yeah.
Yeah, person that picked fifth would have gotten Stanton and Carlos Gomez. So that's another good outfield.
Yeah.
Sixth would have gotten Carlos Gonzalez and Jose Abreu.
It's pretty good.
Person that picked seventh, listen to this. Clayton Kershaw and Chris Sale. Oh, man.
Well, your pitching staff is set.
Yeah, that almost sounds like my pitching rotation.
I know.
Eighth would have got Robinson Cano and David Price.
Okay, I like that, actually.
Ninth would have gotten Anthony Rizzo and Troy Tulowitzki. Now, if that was me, I have no intention of drafting Tulo because
I don't either. He gets injured too much.
Right, that and you don't know what you could get for him in a trade because it's like, well, he's going to get injured. So
right.
There's apparently the Mets are listening to, and the Rockies are in talks for trading him though today.
Are they really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, that would be interesting because I know the Mets. I don't know if it was last year or a couple years ago. They were interested in Castro, in Starlin Castro, but I don't think those talks ever were anything.
Yeah, it says that the centerpiece of the deal would be Noah Syndergaard, who's a top 10 prospect, and then a 10th pick would have gotten the last pick of the first round which is a snake draft, so they would have gotten Felix Hernandez and Josh Donaldson.
Wow. Hey, I like that. I think we did a pretty good job there.
I think we did. The only the only picks that I would disagree with. Maybe too low. Except you're just thinking off the top of your head of guys. You're forgetting about.
I was trying to think of the best shortstop in the game, and that's just the name that popped in my head.
Right. Obviously we forgot. We forgot. Both of us forgot about Encarnacion and Bautista
and Max Scherzer too.
Yeah, Max Scherzer, James Shields, John Lester.
Yeah. We forgot about a lot of those people.
Castro. It's difficult. It is very. Kyle Seager wasn't taken. Yu Darvish.
Right. Yeah, that's it's going to be interesting to see.
Anyways, we will do another mock draft before the actual fantasy baseball season will start, and we'll have lists in front of us to make it more interesting.
Yes, we will, and we will be right back with more Fantasy Fanatics on SportsTownChicago.com. Welcome back to Fantasy Fanatics on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky.
All right. And now we are just going to talk about some big baseball moves that have been happening today. The Padres really are looking like a team to be reckoned with.
I believe I read somewhere that said last year the starting outfield was like Will Venable, Chris Denorfia, and Seth Smith. And now the next year it's going to be Will Myers, Justin Upton, and Matt Kemp.
Whew, that is
major improvement.
That's one of the best outfields in the game right now, depending on what Will Myers does and if Matt Kemp can stay healthy.
He has arthritis in both hips.
But he's he's going to be pretty good. So and their rotation isn't that bad at all. So they have Andrew Kashner, who was on the Cubs at one point. So
Tyson Ross. I think the Cubs won that trade getting a first baseman in Rizzo. Yeah, they've got a good top three in Andrew Kashner, Tyson Ross, and Ian Kennedy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good 1-2-3.
Granted, you could probably make the argument they're not as good as their stats say.
I wonder if their
home away stats are pretty lopsided.
Right. Now, I wonder if they're going to be done with the big moves, or they're going to try to go get a pitcher, or if they're going to, if they even have enough money for a guy like James Shields. I don't think they do.
No, they don't. They did re-sign Josh Johnson.
Okay.
It's like a small deal.
Okay. Yeah, he can fit in at 4 or 5 there. That's not too bad. They definitely have a pretty good team, and they got some good defense with Alexi Amarista, and Jed Gallardo is a pretty good defender anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Jed Giarco, he just got a big